Hey guys, what's up? Rob Shoecraft here with Reform Fitness. I want to kind of put together a little shoulder workout today for folks with bad shoulders. Now, let me go ahead and do my little spiel. For folks who, if you have bad shoulders, like real bad, well, regardless, talk to your doctor first. And I am serious. If they said don't do certain movements, then don't do them. Almost just as important, if not more importantly, if they did say do certain movements, or especially if you've been to like a physical therapist or something, do those. But this is something that is, if you're kind of a person who has some bad shoulders and you want to build them up, you want to get big shoulders, big softball shoulders or whatever. You want them to get stronger. You want them to feel good. You want to get a good pump going. Whatever. This workout is hopefully for you. Again, get doctor's permission and all that first. Okay, let's get down to it. So this again, as I suggested, it will help with strength. Kind of depends on where you are with your training. But it's really geared more toward like a hypertrophy style, like a bodybuilding. Maybe do this on like a shoulder day kind of split. I'm kind of taking the strategy where we're going to get some blood flow into the muscles before we really do our more compound, explosive / strength movements. We'll save those for last after the muscles really warmed up and a little fatigued. So that's a little different. You could theoretically flip this and do the last two exercises in the beginning and finish up with the more isolation work. But again, if you're having bad shoulders, the movements are gonna feel a little better, even though you're not gonna be able to be quite as strong when you do them. Again, what we're doing is like a landmine press and like a trap bar, scrape the bar, cage press at the end. If you want to put those in the beginning, just know that without a really proper warm up or putting these exercises the way I'm gonna structure this, if you don't have those in the beginning, you may feel a little more discomfort when you do the exercise. So just know that this is kind of interchangeable. In terms of progression, I'm going to give some just general set and rep schemes. There's a million different ways to progress things. Just generally speaking, this is kind of outside the scope of this video, but I'm going to say it anyway. A good goal to have when you're training is prioritize safety, which is kind of the point of this video. And in terms of progression, make sure you're always progressing somehow. So if you want to add weight to the bar the next time you do it, add 5 pounds, add 2.5 pounds, add 10 pounds, whatever. You want to add reps, you want to add sets, all that's fine. If you want to add a little hold at the bottom, and in the case of some of these things, if you want to add range of motion, like maybe when we do a landmine press, we're only going to come down to here. That's where it kind of starts to bother you. If you can come down maybe just a little bit further the next time, it's going to extend the range of motion. Change tempo, a million different ways to do it. You just always want to be progressing somehow, making it a little bit harder where you can. Okay? So with that said, let's get started. What the heck was I going to start with? Let's start with a resistance band. This here is like a serious steel resistance band. They come in all sorts of, just about every fitness company on the planet has these. Just about every gym has these. These are wonderful. I've talked about them a million times. What we're going to start with is we're going to do 3 supersets of, like I said, your sets, your reps are going to vary a little bit. When you start it off, do 3 sets of band pull-aparts. It's going to be a superset. Band pull-apart 1A is going to be the pull-apart. You're going to have your arms straight. You're going to have your hands parallel. If it's too difficult, you could either drop down to 1 band or let out a little bit of slack. That's cool. Or get a wider band if you have one. And you're going to drive it back. Now when you're doing this, you're not working your triceps here. You're not bending at the elbows. You're squeezing back. You're putting your chest out. You're taking all these muscles back here. You're taking the gap between your shoulder blades and you're narrowing it. You're squeezing it together while you put your chest out. Okay? Like so. Really work those muscles. It's about for a lot of these exercises, it's about the quality of movement. For exercise, really. If it gets easy, feel free to double up the bands. Double them up this way. You literally fold it in half. You can get a heavier band, like such, like so rather. Okay, that's a couple different ways to progress it. You're going to follow that immediately with 20. You're going to go down, if you can do this. A lot of folks might not be able to do this, that's okay. You're going to go down, kind of a wider grip. It's going to turn into a wider grip. You're going to pull it apart, always keep that tension on it. You're going to come down to your chest. You're going to bring it back up and just go right behind your head. You don't want to go down too far. Go right about here. So, down, go. Nice and easy, good quality movement. It doesn't really seem like very much. Perhaps it won't be for you, but if you do about 40 of these things in a row, 20 of these in a row, especially after the pull aparts, by the third set, you're getting a ton of sets in. You're going to be quite warm in the shoulder. So again, 20 pull aparts, go right into the over and back presses with the band. Again, you can vary with the different band tensions. Whatever. Bands are very easy to progress with because simply stretching them out automatically makes them harder. And the opposite is true. So go ahead and do 3 sets of that. Take about a minute and a half to 2 minutes in between sets there. Okay, that's 1A, 1B. Let's talk about 1 or 2. 2 comes after 1, right? 2A. All right, I'm going to get that wall in place. These are called spider crawls. I've heard them called other things too. There's a couple different variations. Again, we're going to use the band. If you can, you're going to double this up so that you have this around your arms or around your thumbs. It's sometimes easier. I'll show you what we're doing. You're going to go down. I'll show you that in a second on the wall. Doesn't have to be a climbing wall, any wall. You're going to always have to be applying tension on the band the whole time. And you're going to start down your waist and you're going to crawl up the wall as high as you can. It's kind of like in physical therapy, people with shoulder problems or with like shoulder replacements and stuff will do that finger climbing thing. This is kind of like a more extreme version of that. You're walking up the wall, up and down, okay? You're going to do that. You can also use, let me show you what it's like on the wall here. Start down here, boom, up. Wall, keeping tension on the band the whole time. If you're slacking, if you're creating slack in the band, it's not going to do anything for you. You may also be able to do it against a power rack. This landmine is making it hard. You kind of see what I'm doing. I'm holding on to it, get close to it, walk up and down. That works too. If you have these guys, these are hip circles, little slingshots by Mark Bell's company. These work too. These actually sit a little bit easier on the wrist, a little easier on your thumbs. You can do the same thing. You can kind of create different patterns around the wall, whatever you want to do. All right, that's 1A. You're going to go up and down 3 times. Again, tension on the band is an absolute must. Then you're going to go straight into partial bent over dumbbell swings. Partial is key. If you've never done these before, so you know you got your like bent over lateral raises here, right? Where you get real strict form. You're not swinging anything, everything's tight. This is a little different. Still focusing on quality movement, but the movement's a little different than what we're showing there. So you're going to come down here. I'm going to show you a couple different versions. Arms straight, not exactly totally locked out, but straight. No bow in the elbows. And you're going to just do partial range of motion. It's going to seem real easy, okay? You want to go kind of, I'd start with a lightweight just to make sure the movement doesn't hurt you. But you can build up to some heavier weights because you're doing such a lazy little movement. Now, because they're so lazy and easy, we can really stack up the reps on these things and get a huge burn, a huge pump from them. You can also do it if you have a back problem or you just really want to focus on the movement or switch it up just because. You can grab an incline bench, sit on it like so, I first saw John Meadows do these. He was doing sets of like 60. It's like a massive drop set of 60, then down to 30, and then down to 10 more, all in one set. So 100 in a row, basically. And you go back and forth like this. Again, it's just nice and easy. I start with 30 reps. So you go from the spider crawls to these, go 30 reps. And then if that's too easy or too hard, adjust accordingly the next time you do it. But push through those 30 reps. It's going to really start to burn. It won't seem like it, but you do 30, 50, whatever in a row, it's going to be crazy. And like I said, they're generally, because of the range of motion, pretty easy on the lateral delts in the rear deltoids. Okay, so now your shoulders are nice and pumped up. You got some good blood flow in them. We're going to pop over here to one of my favorite shoulder tools, shoulder building tools, just general upper body strength building tools. Use it a lot for athletes like baseball players who have a lot of symmetry issues, volleyball players, where a vertical press might not be the best idea. Even like a fixed horizontal press might not, like a bench press, straight bar might not even be the best idea, at least for a lot of training. So I use these not only for people with bad shoulders, but for folks who's have a certain range of motion requirement for whatever sport they play. These are landmine presses, single arm landmine presses. All this is here is a barbell, and it's on this little pivot system down the safety bar. In this case, it's just purely on the sagittal plane. It just goes straight up and straight down. I also have like landmine posts that you see. I have one around the gym. I got to keep this video going. Got 3 of them actually. Drop them into a plate, and I'm sure you've seen them. Sometimes they're attached to the side of the power rack, and they'll move around. They'll swivel 360 degrees. If you don't have either of those, but you do have a barbell, you just literally put the barbell in the corner of the power rack or put it in the corner of the wall, as long as you don't care too much about the wall, because it will get worn down. Basically, the whole point is you can do these with just about anything. I like to do it on the power rack with the fixed sagittal plane here, namely because I can set the height here for safety reasons, but also for partial range of motion for somebody who really has problems. I've done these with every, I've yet to find a way where a client who can't do these on at least some level. I've seen some nasty shoulders. So it is possible to start light with all this, okay? So you're gonna get it into place with 2 hands, and then slide it over to 1, out in the full range of motion. Help yourself up, even if you can bring it up with 1 hand like so. You know, that's great. Congratulations, you're going to be doing that in a moment anyway. But when you're starting off, a lot of the injuries kind of happen when you're trying to get the weight in place. So go easy on yourself. Get it in place with 2 hands. Start the in range of motion and lower it down. Now, this is nice because you can bring it down full range of motion. I usually don't recommend people bring it down all the way here. First of all, your back starts doing funny stuff. You find yourself sort of cheating it up. You're using your core more, not as a stability, but more for like, transferring power, basically as a prime mover. We don't want that. We want to bring it down and isolate the movement to the front of the shoulders, the triceps. So you're coming down as low as you feel comfortable. I have some people that come down like this, right about here. I'll say bring your fist down to your forehead. All right, bring your fist down to your eyes. Bring it down to your ears. Bring it down to your jaw. Okay? Wherever you feel comfortable doing that with whatever's comfortable weight. Do sets of 8 there. Do 3 sets of 8 starting off. Build to a place where 8 is. Maybe you have about 2 left in the tank. Maybe you can do 10. Stop at 8. Rest about 2 minutes. Hit it again. Hit another set at 8. And then, like I said, the next week, if it's feeling good, try out with 5 more pounds or 2.5 more pounds, and do the same thing from there, or add reps. I'm repeating myself, but you see what I'm doing. Okay, so that we're just doing by itself. So this is 3. We got 1A, pull aparts, 1B, overhead, over and back presses with the band, 2A, spider crawls 3 times, up and down. 2B is the partial lateral swings, either with the band reps of 8 starting off of single arm landmine presses. Okay? I'm going to scoot over here. And lastly, we'll finish off, like I said, depending on what your goals are, what you're able to do, I might structure this workout differently. Today, though, we're in kind of with a more explosive kind of overhead press. A lot of people do these. These are basically called cage presses. This is a variation of cage press. A lot of people do these with a straight bar, and that works pretty well. Works well for your shoulders, even if you have shoulder problems, because you can kind of control the angle a little bit more, and the range of motion is kind of locked in to a track, almost like a Smith machine. If you have a trap bar, especially a rackable trap bar, these are awesome. I like these even better, not only because I think it's a little easier to put your hands in the neutral position, which tends to be easier on the shoulders, depending on what your shoulder problem is, but it also, I've noticed, I've talked about this in other videos, you get a nice extra lateral pump when you do this, lateral recruitment, when you're doing these neutral grip trap bar presses. So we're going to combine a cage press with the trap bar press if you have a trap bar. If not, try it with a barbell. Basically what we're going to do is bring this up, set it about chin height. I actually should probably set this even a little bit higher, maybe close to my eye level. But I'm going to bring it up because there's not a lot of weight on the bar. Bring it up, lean into it. Lean into it a little bit, and you're going to apply force to the rack. You're going to scrape the rack while you do it, and drive hard, and come back down. Drive hard, and come back down. Like that. Like that. Just drop it, and walk away. So, when we do those, start off with 3 sets of, we'll do 3 sets of 6. And you want to build up to a set where you can do them without the grind on the 6. Okay, so you don't want to be like, these are more kind of, we're training a little bit more explosiveness. This isn't necessarily like power training in the purest sense. Tend to want to put that in the beginning of a workout, but again, this is going to vary. The structure depends on what your goals are. Kind of ending with this, you don't want to be like, you don't want the sets to look like that. You want it to be nice and smooth, powerful, challenging, but a nice smooth range of motion all the way through. Nice high bar speed. When you come through, I'm kind of poking my head through the window a little bit. Again, if this hurts your shoulders, don't do it. Of all these exercises, this one might be the one that folks can't do. You just cut the workout out there, or adjust, go even more of a forward lean, or adjust the range of motion where you're not locking out, you're just kind of going up part of the way, like that, like so. I also recommend, I don't like doing these on the squat rack there, that one's not bolted down. I can't do it on the other one because it's not tall enough. A lot of places will have machines that you can really, time I got here, 18 minutes, of course this video is going long. Alright guys, there are a lot of other shoulder-friendly exercises. These are just some of my favorites. And again, like, I know a lot of people with shoulder problems kind of miss doing the bodybuilding style, miss kind of walking out of the gym with big, you know, the shirt too small for them. So this is kind of for you. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, if you like these kind of videos, let me know. And please subscribe to my channel, and please have a terrific day. Thank you.